Living cities, why we're evolving to build with biology. What if the cities of the future were alive, not just filled with people, but literally breathing, growing, repairing themselves like living organisms? Buildings that heal cracks, walls that clean the air, streets that adapt to the environment in real time. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's the beginning of living cities, and we might be evolving to build with biology itself. For thousands of years, humans have built cities using stone, steel, and concrete. But these materials have one major flaw. They're dead, they don't adapt, they don't heal, and they slowly decay. Now scientists, engineers, and architects are asking a radical question. What if our cities could act more like living ecosystems? And the answer is leading us into a future where biology and architecture merge. The problem with dead cities. Modern cities are powerful, but they're also fragile. Cracks in concrete spread over time. Pollution builds up. Heat gets trapped between buildings, creating urban heat islands. And every time something breaks, we have to repair it manually, spending billions. Even worse, our cities actively harm the environment. They consume massive energy, produce waste, and disconnect us from nature. In a way, our cities are out of sync with life itself. Enter biological architecture. Now imagine this instead. Concrete that heals its own cracks using bacteria. Walls covered in algae that absorb carbon dioxide and produce oxygen. Buildings grown from living materials instead of assembled piece by piece. This is called biological architecture, and it's already happening. Scientists have developed self-healing concrete that contains bacteria. When cracks form, water activates the bacteria, which produce limestone and seal the gap. Some experimental buildings use algae-filled panels that act like living skins, generating energy and cleaning the air. And researchers are even exploring materials made from fungi, yes, mushrooms, that can grow into strong, lightweight structures. It's not just building anymore, it's growing. Cities as ecosystems. Living cities go beyond individual buildings. They function like ecosystems. Think about a forest. Nothing is wasted. Every organism plays a role. Everything is connected. Now imagine a city that works the same way. Waste from one building becomes energy for another. Green rooftops cool the air and support biodiversity. Water systems mimic natural cycles, collecting, filtering, and reusing resources. Even transportation systems could adapt dynamically, like blood vessels responding to demand. In a living city, everything is part of a larger, self-regulating system. Are we evolving toward this? Here's where it gets even more interesting. This shift might not just be technological. It could be evolutionary. Humans evolved in nature, surrounded by living systems. But modern cities disconnected us from that environment. Now we're instinctively trying to rebuild that connection. Biophilic design, the idea that humans thrive when surrounded by nature, is becoming more popular. We feel calmer around plants, more focused with natural light, healthier in green spaces. So maybe this isn't a new idea at all. Maybe it's something ancient, something built into us, a subconscious drive to return to living systems, even in the way we build. The benefits of living cities. If we succeed, living cities could transform everything. They could reduce pollution naturally by absorbing carbon and cleaning the air. They could repair themselves, cutting down maintenance costs. They could adapt to climate change, cooling themselves during heat waves or managing floods. And most importantly, they could make cities feel alive again. Not just places we live, but environments that support life in every sense. But there's a deeper question here. If our cities become alive, where do we draw the line between nature and technology? Will we still be builders or caretakers of living systems? The future of cities might not be about controlling the environment, but becoming part of it. So next time you walk through a city, look around, because one day the walls might be breathing, and the city itself might be alive. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And tell me in the comments, would you live in a city that's alive, or does that sound a little too real?